the whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be doing my Madden 22 team captain predictions. And I am going to go over the Madden 19, 20, and 21 team captain, so that way you guys can kind of see the setup that they have usually. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Lando for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to be shout out in the next video, drop a like in the vid, make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, turn notification bell on, and comment down below, Noti Gang. Also, let me know down below who you guys think we will see as the level master, because I also want to do that prediction video. I did already do month master. If you guys have not already seen it, make sure you guys go and check it out. We are going to be getting some Madden Ultimate Team news at the beginning of August, and of course, upcoming week we do have like the regular ratings as well. So, want to get these videos out there, get my predictions out to you guys. But in Madden 19, you guys can see these are actually the team captains that we had. Now, with these team captains, specifically with Madden 19, I will actually say that all four of these players are kind of at the top of the list of players we get really excited for. Jerry Rice, maybe not so much. He's not Randy Moss. He's not Calvin Johnson. Like, when EA drops those two, you know, we get really excited for that. Jerry Rice, you know, maybe not so much there. Shannon Sharp, I will say, is a player that a lot of people like. I like Shannon Sharp cards, plays really good there. Michael Strahan, again, another player people really get excited for. And also Ray Lewis, you know, a top of the line middle linebacker that people get pretty excited for here. So with this, we had a middle linebacker, a tight end, a wide receiver, and a defensive end. Now, next up in Madden 20, you can see again, they did change it up a little bit here, right? So we had a cornerback and a middle linebacker in Ty Law and Ryan Shazier, followed by Dallas Clark and also Herman Moore. So with these, Herman Moore, again, you know, not really a guy that, it's not Calvin Johnson level, right? Dallas Clark, I think as well, is kind of not on that level of Tony Gonzalez. I'll say Shannon Sharp is definitely more wanted than Dallas Clark cards. Ryan Shazier, they gave him this card, of course, because it's Ryan Shazier. Definitely a top-of-the-line hype middle linebacker right there. But they did switch it up and give us a corner in Ty Law. However, with Ty Law, he's not, you know, Deion Sanders, right? People get really, really excited for Deion Sanders, Darrelle Revis, Charles Woodson. They didn't give us that. And finally, for Madden 21, unfortunately, there's no, like, super easy list for me to show you because the way that my head is with these four players in specific. But we do have Leroy Glover. We also have got ourselves Aeneas Williams, Ed McCaffrey, and also Eddie George. So in Madden 21, we ended up getting a DT, or in general, I'll just categorize it as a defensive lineman. We got a cornerback, so we did not get a linebacker, a middle linebacker, outside linebacker, anything like that. And then offensively, we actually did not get a tight end. We got a wide receiver and a running back. So for my predictions today, I'm going to give a running back prediction, a wide receiver, a tight end, just because those seem to be the three positions. They can kind of pick two out of those three and do those. So I'm going to give three predictions total for those positions. And then defensively as well, I do have a defensive lineman prediction. I also have got a linebacker and a cornerback. So let me know what kind of grouping you think they'll do. I think they'll probably give us another linebacker. I think we're going to get I mean, this is just a complete guess here, but I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to guess they give us a wide receiver and a tight end, and I think a linebacker and a corner. For all of these players that I decided to do these predictions on, guys, as I showed you, EA doesn't necessarily tend to give us the top-of-the-line hype players, right? Like Aeneas Williams at corner, right? It's not Deion Sanders. Definitely not up there. They want to save those guys like that and use them for big promos, use them for LTD drops, whatever. But I think that Steve Smith, right? I know that Steve Smith is definitely a bigger name wide receiver. And of course, they did use him for a big promo this year with the Playoffs Master. And I would say that he's definitely on that level of Jerry Rice in terms of, oh, this guy's coming out. Okay, cool. This is going to be a nice card. It's going to be a good card. I think he's on that level. And I don't think that them giving him a team captain is thinking too much of it. I really think that Steve Smith could potentially be the team captain wide receiver for Madden 21, and I will say that I would really like this card. Steve Smith cards, they always fight really hard for me. They always break a lot of tackles. They have a really good run blocking after the catch. He's never the fastest wide receiver. He's not Randy Moss, not Calvin Johnson, that level of hype, whatever. So I think Steve Smith is a wide receiver they could potentially do. I will say, though, with the way that things are on next-gen Madden this year especially, they did kind of mention that, you know, taller wide receivers with the longer arms and everything, they're going to be able to make more catches. There's going to be a difference in between those shorter wide receivers and the taller wide receivers. So maybe EA wants to go with a taller wide receiver and have you pick him as your MUT captain. That way you guys go ahead and get those better animations, get to test that out a little bit more. But I think Steve Smith would be a good one. I would like this. As for the running back, what player do I think EA would want to do for running back? I think without a doubt, you have to exclude Bo Jackson. He's not going to get it. There's just no way with Bo Jackson. I also think that someone like Walter Payton, if he is in Madden 22, I don't believe that he would be a team captain as well. I think pretty much those two, probably Barry Sanders, he's probably off limit as well. I think that Edgerrin James, though, is just that tier beneath them. I know that as well. He also had another master card in Madden 21. I think Edgerrin James would be a really good pick. They went with Eddie George this year for the team captain. I think Edgerrin James would be a better pick. I would love, honestly, this would really make me think about taking the running back for team captain, even if he would just be a backup running back, because Edgerrin is always a really good card. He's got good change of direction. He's got the catching. He's got the speed. He can break tackles. Not the craziest trucking back, but I would love an Edgerrin James, and I think that he is, you know, just beneath that level there of Barry. All those guys, I think he could qualify. As for tight end, Jermichael Finley, again, I think is just beneath those guys like Gronk, Tony Gonzalez, and some others as well. And of course, he was just a basically Madden 21 legend, I would say, because this card at the beginning of the year was so good with that Team Diamond card. It was just an incredible card. Jermichael Finley was. I would have loved to see Finley actually be in Madden 22, and not just in Madden 22, but be a team captain at the beginning of the game and let us get our hands on a pretty good tight end, because I, for one, would definitely consider taking Jermichael Finley. He's not, you know, the craziest run blocking tight end, but if he had good speed and of course the route running, the catching, all that at the beginning of the game, I would think about it. I'd like to see Finley. Now on to defense. Now with defense, I think for cornerback, Asante Samuel makes a lot of sense. Now he is a pretty big hype name player, right? We also got Ty Law before, who was also a Patriots cornerback, so I just think that's kind of just thrown there. I think players like Charles Woodson, Deion Sanders, Darrelle Revis, probably even Rod Woodson are probably off limits, I would think here. Maybe Rod, but I don't know. I think a lot of people get excited for Rod as well. So I think Asante Samuel, again, is just kind of that beneath tier. I also thought about the Cromarties. The Cromarties, either of them really, Antonio or DRC, I think maybe there's too much hype around them because everybody wants to get the Cromarties when they come out because they're taller cornerbacks. They have good coverage, especially DRC has got the speed on him as well. So I just don't think they could get those guys. Nnamdi Asomugha as well as another corner I thought about. But again, I just don't think that they want to give that up for team captain. So I think Asante makes sense. As for a defensive lineman, last year we got a DT, but we did get Michael Strahan in the past. And I think someone that is decently comparable to Michael Strahan's hype level, although I think Strahan is actually one of the most hyped up defensive ends. The only guy that I think is completely off limits for team captain, and if they did end up giving him a team captain card, it would surprise me so much because I would definitely take him. Like, I don't even think there's any question. I would take that card probably, is actually Julius Peppers, because he's just such a good quarterback spy, and in general, just really good speed. Dwight Freeney also has got some pretty good speed on him, but we did already see them give a card to Michael Strahan in the past. I think that Freeney is around that level of hype, maybe not as much in terms of the name value of him. I think more people know Michael Strahan, but with Freeney, it's still a really good card, and I think that he could potentially be the D lineman there. I don't think they do someone like Mean Joe Green. That's just way too much hype there. Some other players as well, maybe like Jason Taylor. I don't know if they would do Jason Taylor there. I think maybe he's also too big, but yeah, Dwight Freeney. And then middle linebacker, I know, Luke Kuechly is definitely one of the biggest names possible at middle linebacker, but they also did give one to Ray Lewis. Now, Luke Kuechly, yes, he is definitely a big name player, but also with Luke and in general with middle linebackers in Madden 22, they're not going to be good, okay? Middle linebackers are not going to be good, so I think EA already understands that in Madden 21, middle linebackers are pretty much useless, and in Madden 22, they probably don't want to give up a very, very fast middle linebacker. Like, they don't want to give you someone like a Ryan Shazier who's just really, really quick and super athletic like Ryan Shazier. They would probably be more lenient towards giving Luke Kuechly a team captain card, knowing that if they release him as a regular card throughout the year, he's probably not going to sell much just because middle linebackers just are not going to matter that much in Madden 22. So I think Kuechly could definitely get it done. With that being said, guys, those are my team captain predictions for Madden 22. You guys let me know down below what you think about it. Do you think we will get Luke Kuechly at middle linebacker? Is he too big of a name? I don't know. I mean, we already did get, you know, Ray Lewis. I don't know if they do someone like Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowman, one of those two guys in there maybe, but Kuechly, I would love it. I would love to see Kuechly get a card and continue to get those upgrades throughout the year, although middle linebackers just not going to be that good. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the video though, and if you did, make sure you guys drop a like in the video, and of course hit that sub button down below. I'll see you guys next time.